All right, greetings. Are we live? YouTube is being weird today. It's been a crazy weekend. WrestleMania, eclipse, earthquake. Let's see if we get some trading ideas. I don't know. That's how I make sense of stuff. All right, let me share screen. Let's go to it. Boopity, boopity bop. Yeah, it's been kind of crazy. Let's see what we're seeing. So for the market here, S&P flat today. VIX came in quite a bit, 4%, and then we'll get into the stories. So Brazil caught a big bid there. We'll take a look at all these charts. But yeah, gold to new all-time highs. Commodities continuing to feel the law of the metals. While Brazil, Bitcoin, and nat gas all popped. We'll take a look. While volatility, like I said, came in 4%. So, and then the best trades of the week for the past week. Long silver, long gold miners, obviously very strongly correlated. And then short ARCG biotechs. Let's see what's going on there. Yours truly is unfortunately long. All right, so let's take a look at EWZ. Let me see if I got to share a new screen here. Uno momento, por favor. It's Spanish, guys. Okay. There we go. Share screen. Okay. So I'm still getting the hang of it. All right. EWZ. Big move today, up 2.2%. Wow, big. All the way from the lower band here, but it was at support. I think we may have looked at this chart last week. I'm not sure, though. I can look. But this was at support here. I like this at 6-month support, but it was under a stabilizing 200-day moving average. Big buying today. Today was low volume day in the S&Ps, about half of what we normally do on a 50-day average. Looks like a lot of digestion ahead of the CPI numbers tomorrow. But this got it above its 21-day exponential moving average. I like it better as a short, but not up here. If you got to 33, like if I got another 1% and change move, I would like to short it, but I ain't gonna play on that here. All right, Bitcoin, big run of today. We are in that trade. Thankfully, this looked like it was about to break a new all-time high. Here's a chart. Big move from this specifically, GBTX, from 63.5 to 64 close. This looks good. It looks like it's got a date here with the top band. I would say 66 target. Should be another $2. So happy to be in that. If you don't have a position, let me look at the chart here on another screen. Yeah, I mean, I think it's got upside from here. I still like the long in terms of the timing. I still think you're good. I think this can go even higher above here, maybe where this band used to lie. So I like it. But you need the market to also expand. The S&Ps have to kind of reach new all-time highs too, would be supportive of this. Even though they're not correlated, you'd like to see a little bit of a buying frenzy to take it back to these overbought levels. All right, what else today was hitting? Nat gas up 3.7. I'm like a shark waiting for this to get to a level so I can sell it. Watch, that's when it goes through all-time highs. But nat gas I have written down. I used to do put spreads on this just regularly. So if this can get to, it's hard to say. Right around here, I like it. This is actually exactly the 21-day exponential moving average and the target to the lower Fibonacci retracement and this lower Bollinger Band here is a 1380. I love to capture that move. I might be ready to pounce on that probably by the end of the week. So if it doesn't, I like that it's continuing to move up. If it breaks major support, I would say above, $17, $18, and that would scare me. I would never enter the trade. But this looks good for a week entry, WEEK entry by the end of the week. And then the other one, big move today, covering the 4 big moves of the day: Brazil, Bitcoin, nat gas, and now ARC stocks. This was someone affiliated with Tesla as well, having a move. Up 2% today. I'm not really gonna. I don't really love charts like this that peaked 4 months ago, slowing down momentum, stabilizing here, and essentially range bound from 52 to 45. If anything, you could just run credits against it in options because it's higher volatility. But That's a no touch for me. Don't love it. It's just slowing down. But a big move today. It found road investors' dollars. All right, and then down, big move down. Only thing that moved down in a more than one standard deviation move was volatility itself, and that's ahead of the CPI numbers. So I think it's really going to come in after that number's reported. This looks, I think, good for a target down to 12.15, which would be another more than 5% decrease in volatility, but this is over the next couple of weeks. But this looks like it's hit its short-term target of when it hitting peak last week at 1440. Hard to see because this thing's such a piece of junk, but it does look like it's headed, in my opinion, back towards 1260. Unless we get a more than average garden variety pullback, maybe we break 5,100 in the S&Ps, but I don't think that's going to happen. So this looks like a good short. If you want to buy VXX put spread, something like that, but I don't love the mechanics of that trade. All right, so looking at the great trades of the past week, silver, best trade in the market, new 52-week highs today. Let's take a chart. I think you know what to expect. Overbought and extended. Yeah, the momentum is with this one up 1.5% today. It can still continue. There's nothing here, just blue skies ahead. So it can continue. I'm not going to participate here, but that is the best market, best trade of the week, averaging about 2% per day. So wild. GDX also correlated, but actually less of a return over the past 5 days and down today. So we'll see if maybe that shows itself in a move in silver tomorrow. But look at this for when maybe something does trigger. Give this one about like 2 weeks. I'm interested down here. Maybe if you get moved towards 31, a move of $2.50 lower, I would be interested. But I'm not going to get involved here. I will not get involved here. All right, GLD, new all-time highs. Order canceled at 426. Yeah, GLD, same thing, similar to the other story. I would give this a couple of weeks, maybe to get to that 205, and you can participate in this if you believe this is a long-term bull run. But yeah, I don't disagree with potentially, but I'm not going to participate here. Give it a couple of weeks, then this could all change. Okay, and then VXX, we looked at that chart already. USO, let's take a look at US oil, one of the best trades from the long side in the past week. Down 0.25% today. Similar, give this one some time. I would say about like 2 weeks or so. I would ideally get around 78. This is one of the best trades of the entire year, up I believe something like 20% or something like that year to date. So this is a winning trade. XLE is really starting to outperform some different metrics. So in the S&P and other benchmarks, not a bad area to look at for long to nibble. What else? This is USO. Okay, and then top 5 losers of the past 5 days. ARC-G, there's going to be a little bit similar correlated with the ARC we were looking at earlier. Biotech is also down, so that's why this is more so showing. I actually had this in my notes for a short. I wanted to do it right around closer to 28. It didn't work out. I want to do it around here, and my target is right around 26. So not a ton of juice left in it. Need to capture all of it in a higher, vol move like this. Look like it might be breaking support, which could be important. This 26 quarter level is pretty important. So far, so good in the hell, but overall story is just looking lower. I'm not going too short. I'm not going to go long. If it got rich and moved and it gapped to maybe 28 quarter, and then it'll give me an entry, then I would do it. Because it's hard to find shorts, and you need anything that looks super weak. Retail. Let's see what's going here. This is one of the biggest losers of the week. XRT is down. XRT is down 4.5% in the past 5 days, so a little bit less than 1% per day. This peaked, a week ago at 79. Moved quickly back in a week to 75, where we currently sit, rounding. Give this one some time. I think this could, like I said, go lower, even to 73. But ultimately, I think the target still can be 78, right around back here. So I would look this for a long side. Like I said, I'm already long Abercrombie and Fitch, so I don't need to get extra long the name. I don't hate retail. Socks, long time on semi. That had a big move today because it's getting money from the U.S. government grants, billions of dollars or something. But yeah, it moved to our strike. And I think beyond, I can check, but I think it's in the money now with 2 weeks to go or something like that. So a good trade, working out well. So the semiconductors, give this one some time. I think this is going to base a little bit longer, which will be a drag on the market, or there's massive rotation to other areas. But I think you get this maybe at like 215, 212. But if you got to give it to like another 2 weeks or so, I'm already a long time on semi, and it's working out great. And then we'll look over two more, XLV and Jets. So yeah, in terms of real fast, the SLV so overextended. We already looked at that. I'm talking about XLV for next time. Long gold miners extended, and then short ARC G. I think the juice is out of it a little bit. So the best trades of the week, I don't really love entry here. These are the best trades of the past 5 days. Let's look at XLV for the short side, the third weakest area in the market. Let me see here. This looks good for an entry if you believe in a little bit of beta. I like this at 142. I think this held. This ain't too bad. I think this could go to 148. I don't like when you get different signals like short biotech, short and ARC G, buy healthcare unless you want to put on a pairs trade. This one peaked back here back in February. But clearly a superstar. Lots of periods overbought. There's blue shading the RSI here over 70 for several days, weeks. If you want to put on for looking for some longs, this could be stronger because it essentially looks range bound as well since February between the 148 and the 142. So you're getting it at 142, 143. It's not a bad area. Not bad. And I think we only got one more. Jets. All right, the airliners. This has been a nice trade, especially if you picked it up on the Halloween lows here. If you got here at 15 up to 20, that's a huge move. Here, not as much gasoline here. See what I did there? Between 21 and 17 for, back since Thanksgiving, essentially. That range till today. So there's definitely been other areas with greater market velocity. This is a nice uptrend. I think this could give it some more time. I personally would actually look for a long if it sank to 19. If you get to here, yeah, this is a nice important level for this specific ETF. If you get to 19, which would be $1 move or a 5% lower, however, it was up 1% today. It is one of the weakest areas in the market over the past week. I like that for an entry, and I think the target could be 21. All righty. All right, so today, one of the faster ones, I think CPI is tomorrow. That's going to be a big mover. But right now, it's still all about the commodities. Long silver is what investors are doing. Long gold miners, and then short biotechs. All right, see you tomorrow. Post number. Bye.